Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist and welcome. This is my Flosstube number 106, I think, maybe. Today is October 10th and I am here to talk about cross stitch and a tiny bit of quilting, but it's not really quilting, it's sewing. I gave my sister one of the things I was sewing on, and I was like, maybe I should have stolen it back. That's okay. Rogue is here with me. Let's see. You want to say hi? She says, I was comfortable, Mom. She's doing a lot better. Today is my sister's birthday. So we went to my other sister's house for dinner last night, and she made fideo, which is a noodle dish, and she made homemade tortillas. They were so good. So it was a nice dinner, cake and ice cream, all that. I planned to make, I was gonna make my sister a cake, but yesterday, I've been in a lot of pain the last several days, and yesterday was just awful. So I didn't. And so we went and bought her a cake, and so I do plan to make her a cake. I am not entirely sure when. I finally got in to see my primary care on Friday. I've been in less pain, but still in a lot of pain, and haven't stitched very much for that reason. This movement hurts, so sometimes when stitching, Anyway, my primary care had some ideas, some of which he wants me to wear a sling. I'm like, I don't think that's going to work. So he said, well, maybe just at night, and I might try that. But we'll see. I have some referrals to go places, so anyway, that's enough about me, enough about my sister and her birthday. My sister Beth was the youngest one in our family for many years, and her birthday, she likes to celebrate it all month long. Yeah, so we will be, probably. Anyway, I am going to show some previous finishes, and then an FFO that I have possibly finished. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about maybe adding a bow or something to it, but I don't know. Maybe. So I finished this summer. This is one of my own designs. It's called In the Cornfield. And this is a frame that I picked up at Hobby Lobby a while back. It's just got chicken wire in it, picks that I got from somewhere, ribbons that I got from somewhere. Hobby Lobby, Joann's, or Michael's, I'm not sure. I pick up stuff when I see it, not necessarily when I need it. So it could have been a while back. And you guys have seen this recently. This is Twin Peak Primitives, one of the Black Halloween series cross stitches. There's two others. I think this one's called The Lesson. Not positive. I have it out here for Halloween, and it's gonna fall. Okay. So these are also my designs. Falling leaves. I should have done it with a different. Can you see that? You can see it in person, but it's it just says falling leaves there. I really like this one. This one is scaring crows, and it's similar to the big one I showed you. He's kind of the same dude. It's just while I was working on him, I had the idea for that one. And it says underneath here, pumpkin, Punkin, pumpkin pickin'. And what it says down here is the name of the thing. They're on the Etsy shop. But I think they're really cute together. So there's those. And because I was showing you those, I'll just show you these. They're also on our Etsy shop. Silent Night. And Waiting for Santa. Two kitties by their little tree. Anyway, the FFO that I haven't decided if it's finished or not. Sorry, that was my phone falling. This is Foxy Fall by Stitching with the Housewives. And it seems like it might need something up here, or maybe some ribbon down here. But I kind of like it just like it is. And I used some fabric that I had that has a, plaid isn't the word, what is it? It's like a crisscross design. And the color was very close to this, so that's what I used back there. And then this is just some rickrack from Hobby Lobby. If I had raffia, maybe a little raffia bow up here, nothing fancy, I don't know. Kind of like it just like it is. Anyway. That is Foxy Fall by Stitching with the Housewives. I like some of their other fall stuff that they have out, but right now I'm trying really hard to not add anything else. And when I say that, I'm failing miserably. But, yeah. So, you may remember that I was working on this bag. I have been buying the plastic zip bags, which are not expensive, but a lot of things, you know, like the stuff gets trapped in the top and just stuff. And I wanted smaller bags than what I normally make, and I wanted to change up the pattern that I do for, I have a pattern that I made for making vinyl front bags, but I wanted to see if I could just do it a little bit different. Does that make sense? I don't know. But I made a similar bag for my sister, but I didn't put this on the back. It has just this fabric on the back and then this fabric on the inside. Like this. This is a little bag that was given to me. I'm not sure I'm going to keep using it as a notions pouch because it has a little handle that goes with it. So it's really good to take along to things. So I may do that. And then in here, oh, by the way, this is a fancy zip, and this is Chuck the Duck from Missouri Star. They made one, and the zipper works, I promise. Weird. Okay, so I have in here, I cut the fabric for starting nativity berries. The nativity berry. And I have the thing in here because I really want to work on this. I almost started it. And I was like, no, I have too much stuff right now. So I have it all cut. I have the fabric cut for the last autumn berry. I'm not going to wait for the last autumn berry to start this. But I thought I will start this one and the other holly jolly berry and the last autumn berry at the same time. And then I'll move on to the winter berries. Because winter lasts until February or so. Well, here, winter lasts a few weeks in December. Maybe into summer. And, I see you all are, getting cold and rain. And I do miss that sometimes. I have a coat. It's in my closet. I haven't taken it out since I moved here because it's a dressy coat. And I think I might have taken it back with me to go back to New Mexico once, maybe twice. But I don't really wear it because this is a dressy coat. So I used to have a less dressy coat. I don't even know where that is. So I have sweaters. And when I know it's cold, I give my sweaters a ride in my car because it might be cold enough to put it on in the morning, but by midday, it's not cold anymore. So, on the other hand, it's 120 here in the summer. So, we pay for this nice winter weather. I just have to remember what those seasons felt like. Winter in Belgium cured me of wanting to live where it snows. So, and it was just one particular winter. The first winter, it was okay. It snowed and it was cold, but, second one, no thank you. So, enough about that and the weather. I don't know what brought that up. So my sister's looks the same. Hers has also a yellow fancy zip, but all of this is this sky color, and this is on this back side here. It doesn't have this. I'm not sure I'll ever do this again or anything like it. It was kind of cool and fun, but it made it hard to do the stuff I need to do here. So, I don't know. We'll see. All right. So, next is this is the wedding cake by Stitching with the Housewives. Remember, I wanted to try to see if I could get it finished to get the I don't know, it was money on their Etsy shop or something. It was fun, right? Yeah, I didn't finish it. This is as far as I got, because while I was stitching this is when I started having a lot of trouble stitching. It was really painful, and so I had to put it down. And I don't know if that was before my last video. I remember it started hurting Saturday or Sunday of last week, so maybe. But I did try to stitch on it some more, and it just wasn't happening. So I do intend to finish it because I think I have a cute idea, and I won't get any of the little prizes, and that's fine with me because I'll have a little cute little pattern. So, because I had the idea to do that before she said that, I just would have put it off for another time. Okay, so then My first Whip Go challenge, remember I switched it out for cute boots. 15 days on When Witches Go Riding, which is by Tinymodernist. And it came in 4 parts. I don't know what I said last week. I think I said I started in June. I didn't. I started in July. The first one came out July 1st. I think I bought it in June. So the first one was like up to here. And the second one I think was up to here. And then third and then fourth. Something like that. So I am now on the 3rd part. And while I was stitching this little ghost, I have the needle stuck in here because while I was stitching this little ghost, you see how it's invisible right here, right? It's so hard to stitch because I couldn't see it. And I knew that the white was going to be a problem when I was working on these eyeballs. Now, on the pattern, the eyeballs don't have anything around them. They're white with green insides. But I didn't want the green insides. I thought purple insides were more fun. So I did purple, and then I made them bloodshot because I thought that was hilarious. So when you saw this last week, the moon was there, but you still couldn't see it. I had done a back stitch around it, and I did it with a color slightly darker than this. And while it helped, you still couldn't see it. And as I was working on this ghost, I was like, I'm not going to put all that work into it if I can't see it. So I took out that back stitching and put this color. I tried first with this color, but it was too dark. But I think that's an improvement. I like that a lot. So this little ghost is completed. I'm back stitching around him, but he's got some black in for his face. So why does that look backwards? Maybe it's not backwards to you. So I did something weird with the iPad when I was setting up, and everything was upside down, and I couldn't figure out what I did. It has one of those rotating things, and it wasn't that I took off rotation because the on-off button that's on it was in the right place, so it should have been right side up if I had taken off auto rotation. No, it was flipped upside down. I apparently told it to flip itself upside down. I don't know how, and I don't even know how I got it back. But so I'm working on this little dude. It's the 10th, so this is my 9th day if I work on this today. And so I have 10 days scheduled for the berry. So as long as I work on that 10 days, I'm hoping 10 days will be enough time to finish it. I don't know. It's not as involved as the autumn ones have a lot of stitching. The words, maybe not as much, but I had stuff going on during that. And this one, which I'll show you in a minute, is just, I enjoy it, I like it, but I've had to take time trying to figure out what color and, stuff. So anyway, there's where I am. I did, from last week, I think I finished the word moon, and this. I may or may not put up a picture from last week. I don't know. Anyway, when witches go writing. This is 14 count Ada that I dyed myself. So it's I dyed it with blue, and then I coffee tea dyed over. So it has kind of like a blue color to it as well. And I was hoping it was dark enough, but it's not. So there's that. Then I put in some more work on Lemon Cat because I counted up how many whips I have, and I was like, holy cow. And wedding cake isn't in there in my list. And I was like, I've got to winnow down these whips. I got to get some of these whips out of there. So I decided to work on Lemon Cat. So this is this part. I haven't done his other ear, but this right in here is where the little lemon is. You can see his arm coming up. So this color is a blend between this color and this color up here. So this is, I'm using the incorrect color. I have the correct color. I just couldn't find it, and I decided this is a free pattern and I don't care. I'm just going to use a close color. So that's what I did. So I think he's going to be adorable. This is Vintage Oat 14 count Ada. And this is a free pattern. You can get it on Maria Bravco's Facebook page and NEQ. Okay. Q Patterns by Maria is the Facebook page. And then the spelling bee. I'm doing this for sampler camp. And I really like the little buttons, and it comes with the buttons. I have them somewhere. And I haven't done tons more on it. Okay. This is 32 count Lugana in platinum, I believe. So I added wings. And the bee's body is almost done. Yeah. I want to, before I finish the bee's body, it uses the same color as what's in here. What's in here? Right here. And then we have this pattern down here, and it's in there too. So I thought I would finish some of this other stuff. Like I'd like to get this red flower done so I could do them all at the same time. Because, you know, I did a whole thread of that color, and that is not enough to did I do a whole thread of that color, or did I do a different color? No, that's that color. So trying to decide what order to do that. And then I have the little, see the little scissor? Isn't that cute? Yeah. Anyway, this won't go off my whip list until I have this part done too. I'll leave it on there, but there's the sewing bee. And then lastly, but not least, autumn berries. I'm excited to start on this. Now, Helen D, when she did it, she did not fill in this, and it looked so cute. So I'm not sure if I will, but I am going to have to fill in the face because of the color fabric I chose. So here's my progress on that. The reason I skipped from here over to finish these leaves, and this is not, that has more going up here, is because I wanted to finish the thread from here. And this is the finish of that thread, so then I'll go up, because I finished the H. So I'll go up this way, and then I'll do the words. That's the same color. And in here, oh gosh, is the same color as one of these two things, this one or that one. And then this has Smyrna crosses in here of a color that isn't anywhere on here so far. But I'll have another little thing of leaves over here, and then there's a heart on either side. So yeah, I have quite a bit of more of work to do on that, but I'm enjoying it. It's just taking me some time. I've just learned to be really careful about lifting things. I think it's not so much lifting if I'm going straight up, but if I lift and have to do this forward, I think is where the problem lies. So I'm going to be real careful and try to use my left arm as much as possible. So that is all my stitching. I really do want to do more sewing this week than I've been doing. But I keep making stupid mistakes. So I'm hesitant to use the really good fabric. My sister's bag that I made for her. The reason that the back is this color instead of this color is because when I went to cut it out, I cut it the inside length instead of the outside. I mean, I cut it the inside size instead of the outside size. I knew what I wanted to cut it for. So I think my mind is still just quite a bit fuzzy. But I'll get there. I think that I don't want to work on anything like my dad's t-shirt quilt. I don't want to mess that up. So I'll be working on stuff where if it doesn't go right, that's okay, you know, so that I know it's just going to be just sitting there plugging away at it. And all of a sudden I'll remember how to sew and how to cut. I don't think it's a physical issue. I think it's a concentration issue. And I'm trying. And that's all that counts, right? When I feel the urge to come in here and try to sew, I get up and do it. And I am making mistakes, and I think that's okay. As long as I'm working on stuff that is for me, or, you know, I don't want to work on a quilt because I can't re-get the fabric. So I want to make sure that I'm not using that fabric. So I'll work on bags or something, you know, like that, so that I don't have to worry about if I accidentally waste the fabric, you know. Yeah. I think part of the issue is that I sit down to sew and I feel like I should be doing other things, and I sit down to do other things and I just really don't want to do them. But I need to get back to doing that stuff. So lastly, sorry I keep wandering off my thoughts. I was out of a thread working on And to All a Good Night. I was just about to put it down. I didn't have it here to show you because really I just put in shiny thread and you wouldn't have been able to see it. But I just wanted to get my last day in on it. And I realized that I was gonna run out of a thread. So I had been to the attic and I'd forgotten to look for it. And so I went ahead and I don't know, it was midnight, 1 o'clock. I decided to order it. So I'm using Island Breeze instead of whatever teal color that she calls for. And I'm using Louisiana hot sauce. And I'm almost out of that. And I want to use that on a couple of other things. So, Louisiana hot sauce. I said, okay, I'll get those two. I forgot to get them. And I noticed that they had dried thyme, which the attic didn't have. You have to, with Gentle Arts right now, you have to go to different places to find different threads. You know, it's kind of hard to get them. Don't step on that stuff. Are you getting bored? Oh, you just want to lie down somewhere else. Was the sun too hot? Probably. That sun is pretty bright right now. It's not hot unless you're inside and it's beating on you. It's beautiful out. Like, I don't know, 89, 91. Icicle, because that's what I'm using for all the whites. And then chickpea, which is called for in the autumn berries, but the attic didn't have it, and so I used a color that they recommended, but for this one, and I'll continue doing that for this one, but on the next one I want to go ahead and use this. And then I decided to get this, even though I told myself no more patterns. This is called Seahorses by Chesapeake Bay Treasures. I saw on Fat Quarter Shop's Flosstube, I saw her say that this was in stock along with some of the other Chesapeake Bay stuff, and I said, a seahorse, he's adorable. I love seahorses. And when I was looking at the file for this, they said, these are the threads. So I went and got them. One is a DMC, which I didn't have, so I got that. I'm assuming that's the color for the seahorse. And the other one is this Cosmos 335. I've never used Cosmos. I decided just, to try it. It's just two colors, but the pattern looks like more. So it's stitched, I think it's stitched, sorry. It's stitched on 18 count. Ada. And it was stitched with Silks for You. So I think that's the modeling, because it doesn't have a Weeks Dye Works, Gentle Arts, or anything like that conversion. It just has a DMC floss or a Cosmo floss. And then it does not say let's see, what does it say? I don't know. I don't know. So even though I bought that Cosmos floss, I may want to choose something with more variegation like this, so that, see the greens and stuff in here? If I use that Cosmos floss, it won't have that. But I don't want to buy silk because I've bought more stuff than I can buy this month. So, I don't know. And the recommended DMC does not look anything like that. Not at all. Now, I'm not sure I mind because seahorses are more gold. But what do you think? Pretty close in color, right? And look at that beautiful variegation in that. So maybe, what do you think? I might do that. Anyway, this is just 59 by 64. It's very small. Very, very small, and it's 2 colors. So I think it would be really cute, and I think it would be just a cute little thing to, knock out, perhaps in the new year. I've decided on my whip go to put just whips, and just 10 days. I might have said this last week, so that I have that other 10 days to just pick something small or something else that I want to get more work on, and do that. I really liked Whip Go. I think I don't post my Whip Go stuff, but it gives me that challenge to work on that particular item, to pick it up and to get it moving. And so I think it helps organize yourself, where you make a list of stuff that you really want to get done during the year. You want to not forget to pick up cute boots. You want to not forget to pick up whatever the project is and get it done, or get some work in on your whip. And so I think it really helps that. I know in Stitching with the Land of Good Enough, she has her shop. It's called Stitch New England. I know she just picked focus projects for the year, and she plugged them in rather than having somebody say what she's going to work on when. She just picked 2 focus projects for each month. And I've seen a couple of others do that. I think Helen D does that. I'm not sure. Anyway, I think that's a good way to go. Also, even though I'm loving this berry sal, and I intend to do it until the winter berries are done, at the very least. I love berries. I like making them. I like stitching them. I like fully finishing them. I like looking at them. But I'm not going to join any more sals in the new year, because that doesn't mean that I'm not going to look at somebody's sal and say, oh, I'm not. Sorry, I thought my dog had something in her mouth. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to go, oh, I'm not, I'm not going to work on that because it's a Sal. If I like the pattern, I'll buy it, but I won't worry about the Sal part of it. So, yeah. Because I looked at all the projects that I had, I counted them up, the started and the not started, because I have a tendency to, when I buy a pattern, to get the fabric and the threads so that they're ready to go and I don't have to worry about it. That's a lot of money just sitting there waiting for me. So I thought, let's get these out and get some of these projects gone and get some of these things gone and get them done. I don't mind having fabric sitting there if it's, if I need it. I don't mind having fabric sitting there if I need it. But I bought it for a reason, and I bought the thread for a reason. So let's use it, and then we'll have it for other projects and all that. That's okay. But yeah, I need to organize my thoughts better. Anyway, that's all for today. And thank you guys for listening to me. I know I'm rambling. I completely understand. And hope you guys are having a great October. Happy stitching. My goodness, that light is getting bright again, huh? Happy stitching. Bye.